the
And it's not
hardest,
hard for her to get a book deal either, seeing as her husband owns Amazon, I mean,
right?
there's
A New York Times bestseller. He bought the books,
so
so
it
these.
was a New York Times bestseller and everything.
Yeah, of course, because all you have to do
Wow.
is sell 5,000 in a week, right? So
Okay.
Jeff just
Oh,
buys 5,000, and then boom,
wow.
ended up writing a book, Knock It Off. And I'm
Mhm.
kind of shifting where I was with everything being yoga and peace, love, and rainbows and butterflies. I'm now
Sure.
angry at the narcissists of the world because
Yeah.
Lauren is not the only one. This is how all of them work. You don't get to a place of status and wealth unless you are complicit to this kind of
Right.
behavior,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not alone. There are every single day, you're a comedian. People
Mhm.
just grab content left, right, and center. It's almost
Right.
worse now because people are starved for content and they're just
Yeah.
trying to get attention and eyeballs on them. But for
Yeah.
Lauren, it was more like she was trying so hard to get Jeff to see her as kind of what I do, that I care about child development and kids and
Sure.
wellness and the planet and all these things. So it was really more of like convincing him at the same
Mhm.
time trying to look a certain way instead of who she is. Same with Deepak Chopra. At the same
Mhm.
exact time, one of my chapters in my book is about Dr. Sharma. Okay.
Okay.
And but in real life, I worked for Deepak Chopra and the Chopra Center for 7 years.
Wow.
I presented my 21-day program, the same book that Lauren loved, which had my 21-day program in it.
Okay.
And I pitched it to the Chopra Center and I said, hey, let's partner. I'll do the yoga, you do the meditations, and let's just offer for free for people.
Yeah.
And they laughed in my face and said, Alana, we're a for-profit company. Why would we do that? And the
Wow.
same thing. Then they, months later, partner with Oprah Winfrey and do this 21-day free meditation challenge.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that time in my life, I was just bursting like the sun with creativity, and I was a celebrity yoga teacher, so I was
Yeah.
surrounded by all of these people. And you would think that they would be like, "Great, let's elevate Alana in what she does," but instead they're like, "Let's just
Mm.
take from her."
God.
And so that's my book, Knock It Off. I go through these stories that I've had in my life and also just give prompts and advice to people how to navigate narcissists. I've got the
Hmm.
sociopath, the social climber, the socialite. I've got the charlatan, the posers. And these are
Mm.
just everyday people who are trying to deceive others in order to get to the White House or whatever it
And look
is.
smarter themselves, and kind of take credit to, yeah, to make it look like they're the ones who, oh, it's me who came up with this idea. It's always
Yeah.
those people instead of doing,
Yeah.
they're not creative people, so they'd rather steal it from you. But the
Yes.
best part about that stuff I find is like kind of the truth will always come to the light that they don't have the ability to create anything, outside of it. Like, hey man, I need some more songs, or it's like I always think of like Little Richard saying how like Pat Boone and Elvis Presley sold more copies of Tutti Frutti. But then when he was getting his start, he started playing the songs faster because he knew his white counterparts couldn't keep up with it, literally. And it's almost like it's like that, creativity, I believe, will always win out in the end because that person doesn't have, they need to come back to you for more creativity. They're not able to do it themselves.
Which leads us to today. She turned her books into a series like mine. And
Okay.
now mine goes from space to the ocean to the rainforest, like I said.
Hmm.
Guess where hers is going? From space, ocean. So now that's not
Wow.
illegal, right? It's
Sure.
not something I could sue her for, but it's just like shameless and blatant, just continuation of my brand themes and everything I've worked so hard for.
Yeah.
It's disheartening. It really is. It's a horrible feeling. And she has smeared my name to press.
Oh
I've
wow.
had a producer at TMZ and editors that have written declarations in support of me based on what her PR people have said to them about me.
Wow.
And so that's what these people do. They try to suppress these voices who are speaking out against them. And she just
Hmm.
thinks that she can use her money to get away with it. But at the end of our lives, we
Yeah.
have to face ourselves, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, of course.